Yeah, so this one right here gonna be a personal story of something I went through once upon a time in Job Corps. Maybe about 1995. I went through this. Um, so one time I was in Job Corps and I went and tried out for the basketball team. Made the basketball team, and before I made the basketball team, I used to hang around in the gym and shoot around. And there would be dudes that's been there. They would run a little full court game, and there was some nice dudes. You know what I mean? They was really balling. But I used to hear this story in there that the Job Corps never beat the people in the surrounding area. You know, never won a game against them. And so what it turned out is, what I found out later from playing is the Job Corps would take us to this town close by and would let us play these 40, 50-year-old dudes. And we would play these dudes like once every weekend for a basketball season, say like in the wintertime. They might say, oh, it's a season for the next 2 months from October to January or something like that. But anyhow, so we would go there and play these dudes every weekend. But supposedly the Job Corps never won. Now imagine that. Imagine dudes coming from all over the place and never beat some 40, 50-year-old playing basketball. Young as we was, is some of these dudes was jumping out the gym. Some of these dudes was so talented. I remember I used to sit back and watch. Some of these dudes was so talented. It's like, man, it was talent in Job Corps. I remember two particular dudes. I remember a lot of dudes, but these two particular dudes, three particular dudes. One dude handled the ball, played like Jason Kidd. Man, this dude was so cold. These other two dudes, their name was Chris, both from Minnesota. So this one dude, he was had to been about 6'4", 6'6" maybe. Skinny Chris. I'm gonna call him Skinny Chris. So, but he played like Kevin Garnett. Man, he had the smoothest jumper. He had game around the rim. You know, he was just it was just crazy. And then the other one, the other Chris, he played like Chris Webber. Good hands, and he shot the jumper. It always looked like it was going in, and good around the rim. So I'm like, how the hell all this talent in Job Corps? We young dudes. What you mean they ain't never beat the outside dudes? So I'm thinking everybody hyping their head up like we're gonna be the first one to we're gonna be the first one to go up here and win. So cause you know me myself, I'm not Jordan, but I play like Jordan. Like like I can give you 30. You know what I mean? I was good and play defense. So I'm like, ain't no way in the heck we can lose. So make a long story short, we go up there, we play these guys. First game we lose. Okay, we getting back to Job Corps, working on our game, going our practices, and like, okay, we're gonna get them next game. Next game come, we lose again. Okay, we're gonna get them next game. We're gonna win one. We're gonna be the first ones to win the game. And so the coach was like, he used to geek us up like, y'all got good talent and stuff. Y'all gonna win. Y'all might win one. So we was like, we know we gonna win one. And a bunch of us, they couldn't guard. You know what I mean? They definitely couldn't guard me. Uh, and some of these other dudes, they couldn't guard them dudes. Them dudes was killing them. You know what I mean? But the only thing that I can remember that might have let them stay close to us is some of us was out of shape. And them dudes was, even though they was 40, 50 years old, they would run up and down the court like it was nothing. But anyway, so like I said, about 4 or 5 games go past and we still losing. So maybe about towards the end of the season, we're like, wait a minute. So what we noticed was that the game would always be close. It was like, man, ain't no way the game is always close. And some days some of the players would be really hot. They'd be on the road. But I remember this one particular game what made me start paying attention. So I think one of the team players on my team had the ball and bust a move, and the ref called travel. But we all looking at it like travel. You know what I mean? He just hit the man with a cold move. One of them Garnett type moves. You know what I mean? Swipe at the flow, spin, turn around, shoot a baby jumper. Nothing but money, nothing but net. But the referee say travel. So we looking like travel. But we like, okay, whatever. We at these people facility playing them. Okay, whatever. We'll come back down the court. Somebody will score again. All this talent. So we come back down the court. Double dribble. Double dribble. We all know how to dribble. What the hell you mean double dribble? But so okay, whatever. We still keeping our composure, keeping it classy. So come down the court again, foul. Like charging. Okay, brush that off. They come down the court. We just playing defense, running along the side of them. Foul. So long story short, what we had noticed, or what I had noticed from that game, because a couple of dudes went back to the job court mad, because I believe that particular game, the score was close, that we could have won. But like I said, what the ref would do is when the game get close, or where it looked like we can blow them out, they wouldn't let us blow them out. They'll start calling bogus calls to even up the score or to get them their ears so they can win. And that's how they was winning. It wasn't about uh, they was that talented over us. It was about I don't know what it was about. I can't quite call it racism. I'm older now. Yeah, I was 19 then, maybe 20 at the most. I can't. Now that I'm older and I look back on it and I think about it, I think these dudes would have felt bad or embarrassed if we came down there and just blowed them out every time we played them. You know what I'm saying? So, to make them maybe want to continue play us, they had to win and feel good about themselves. But what the only thing I didn't get, what they should be ashamed of their damn self, is that they would make themselves win every game. It's like it's impossible, dude. Like I wish I could just let y'all have my brain and see, so y'all can see the type of talent that was in that job court. It's impossible. Them 40, 50-year-old dudes was gonna even, you know, do anything with us. You know what I'm saying? Was going to even be able to keep up. And to their defense, they was in shape. They played like a mug. Them dudes played hard, man. They gave us a good game, man. They was trying to keep up with us, but we was just so talented coming from all over the place. Minnesota, Gary, Indiana. These dudes was coming from all over the place, man. But it was so much talent in there. It was crazy. Ain't no way in heck. In the last 10 years, we never won a game. Like I said, what they was doing was when we get close enough, they start calling bogus calls, so those dudes would win. They had an advantage, and I understand it. Like I said, because the dudes probably ain't gonna want us play us every weekend if we winning. If we just coming down there just blowing them out, blowing them out the box. They ain't gonna want to play us, so I kind of get it. Um, but what I didn't get was, you can say we're gonna get them some games, but why not give us some games too? Where's 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 the morals? You know we're capable of beating them. Where's the standards? Who got standards of morals to say, hey, these dudes got to win too. We can't just keep cheating these the young dudes. But it was never like that. They always would let us go up there and play these dudes, and then, like I said, if we blowing them out, they might let us blow them out in the second quarter by 20. But you can bet by the fourth quarter, they done caught up and they done won the game somehow through the ref, pimping us with the whistle. But like I said, I understand now that I'm older, but before we thought it was racism. When we was in there, we thought it was racism. But I understand now that I'm older, but it's still stupid because I'm older. Uh, I wouldn't want to keep winning against some young dudes and, because the ref is cheating. Put it like that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want that type of win. If they won, they won. You know, ain't no way you're going to put a bunch of youth up against some older men and just say the older man just going to blow these dudes out. Not unless you got Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Magic Johnson on the team and they going up against Kobe and them. Yeah, they might, them dudes might do it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that was my one little crazy job corps story, man. A lot of brothers was mad all the time. We'd come back from them games and they be kicking stuff and throwing stuff. A lot of the good players quit because they caught on what was going on. It wasn't that we couldn't beat these dudes, because that was the story that, hey, we never won a game against them in the last 5, 10 years. We always would geek ourselves up like, yeah, we're gonna be the first one to win. But like I said, it wasn't that we couldn't beat these dudes. It was the situation of, the refs would cheat. Anytime we would get close to beating these dudes, they'd cheat, make the score tie up, and somehow these dudes would win. It was crazy, man. So a lot of good dudes quit the team. And, some of us would still go just to get off the base where we was at. You know, so we would just go anyways, just to get out of there and go do something. But a lot of dudes quit, and so I understand why they quit, man. That's like a slap in the face if you know somebody cheating, but ain't nothing we can do about it. We got to go up there knowing we're going to lose and knowing we're going to get cheated. But ain't nothing we can do about it, and our coach is from there playing along with it. And the job corps ain't really saying nothing about it. They working, people work, the staff working job corps, but they from the area and they know the dudes we playing. So it was weird, man. It felt like racism at first, but now I'm older and I think about it. It had more to do probably with those dudes' egos, like they didn't want to come and play us every weekend and get blowed out. They probably felt more better if they won some games, it made them want to play us. That they won the games, and we used to just look at them, high five and clap each other hands, and like, dude, y'all ain't even balling. y'all ain't even tight. You know what I mean? This ref over here cheating. So yeah, that's my one job corps story, man. The time we got cheated all the time and never won a game against this town. Um, yeah. So I'm out. With that, I'm out.